So here's an algebra practice video for MYP3. I'd like you to take notes from it. So everything that's written there, write it down. And where there are examples of algebra, not only write them down, but keep them lined up and follow through them step by step, pausing the video if you need to understand it, and just take stock and read through. So it says, a certain maths teacher is very coy about revealing his true age. However, his awesome MYP3 persuade him to give them a clue. He says, if you take my age, add 2, multiply the result by 3, you get the same as if you subtract 14, multiplied by 5. What is his true age? So his true age, yes. So if you take his age, add 2, x plus 2, multiply the result by 3, so all of that in brackets times 3, you get the same as if you subtract 14, so x minus 14, and multiply by 5, so all of that times 5. 3 brackets x plus 2 equals 5, brackets x minus 14 is equal to his true age. So working that through, 3 brackets x plus 2 means 3 times everything in that bracket. So I like to draw these little lines that link things together when I'm working these out. 3 times x gives me 3x. 3 times 2 gives me 6. On the right hand side, 5 times x gives me 5x. 5 times, remember that's a minus 14, the minus belongs with the thing that follows it, equals minus 70. So I've got 3x plus 6 equals 5x minus 70. I don't like the fact that there are x's on both sides. 3x is here, 5x is here. So I want to take away as much x as I possibly can from both sides, so which is to take away 3 x's from both sides, so that I've got no x's left on the left, and I've just got the 6 on its own. But then, having taken away 3 x's the other side to maintain the balance, I get 2x equals I get 2x minus 70. So 6 equals 2x minus 70. I'd quite like to get the bit with the x on its own, so I want to get rid of the minus 70. So I achieve that by adding 70 to both sides and getting 76 equals 2x. But then I don't want to know what 2x's are. I want to know what 1x is on its own. So dividing everything by 2 both sides, I get 38 is equal to a single x. X equals 38, and he's 38 years old. So some exercises from the book, page 162, exercise 8G. Just going to run through a few examples here. Do jot them down. Do follow through all the steps, please. So 2x plus 3x equals 10. 2x plus 3x together make 5x, so 5x equals 10. And then to get x on its own, or it is on its own, but to get a single x on its own, divide everything by 5 to get x equals 2. I've drawn a little balance here to remind you that the whole thing's about balance, and the equals in the middle. And just note how everything's nicely lined up so that it's easy to follow. And I like my little notes on the side saying what you're doing at each stage of the calculation. Here's another one. 5x plus 4 plus 3x equals minus 36. 5x plus 3x can go together to make 8x, so that's gathering like terms. 8x plus 4 equals minus 36. Take away 4 both sides to get the 8x bit on its own. So 8x equals minus 40, and then to get a single x, divide everything by 8 to get x equals minus 5. Here comes another one. T plus t over 3 equals 8. So I want to get rid of that fraction. So I'm going to multiply everything by 3 to get rid of the fraction, and then instead of having t over 3, I'm going to have a whole big fat hairy t. But then I need to multiply everything else by 3 to maintain the balance. So t times 3 gives you 3t. the fraction times 3 gives you a whole t, and then the 8 times 3 gives you 24. 3t plus t equals 24. 3t plus t together just make 4t, so 4t equals 24. Then I don't want to know what t is, what 4t is, I want a single t, so to get a single t, divide by 4, and t equals 6. Here comes another one. 3x minus 6 minus 2x plus 7 equals 16. Now you've got to remember that the minuses belong to the things that follow them. This minus belongs to the 6, this black minus belongs to the 2x. And I've color coded this with the numbers in green and the x's in black just to help you follow that. So putting together like terms, 3x and minus 2x together make 1x, so single x, and then minus 6 plus 7 together make plus 1. So x plus 1 equals 16. Hopefully the color coding helped you to see that. And then take away 1 from both sides to get x on its own equal to 15. Here's another one that's a bit like that. You can just pause the screen, jot it down. If you didn't understand any of the steps, then do get in touch with me. Here's another screen, another one. It's got two fractions in it. X over 2 minus x over 3 equals 2. So I'm going to have a step where I do times 2 to get rid of the first fraction, and a step where I do times 3 to get rid of the second fraction. So first step, multiply everything by 2, then the x over 2 becomes just a whole big fat hairy x, but then multiplying this thing by 2, you get 2x over 3, or minus 2x over 3 I should say, and then multiplying 2 by 2 you get 4. So I've got x minus 2x over 3 equals 4. I want to get rid of that fraction that's dividing by 3, so I'm going to multiply by 3 to get rid of that, and then the 2x over 3, or the minus 2x over 3 I should say, becomes just a minus 2x. But then multiplying everything else by 3, I get a 3x and a 12. So 3x minus 2x equals 12. 3x minus 2x go together to make a single x. X equals 12 as your final answer. So here's another one with x's on both sides. Try and do it yourself before you just copy it down. But all the steps and stages are here. I start off with x and 5x on the left and right respectively. So I want to take away as much x as I possibly can from both sides, which is to take away an x and leave you with just minus 6 equals 4x plus 4. Take away 4 both sides to get the 4x bit on its own. Minus 10 is equal to 4x, and then divide by 4 to get a single x. Minus 2.5 equals x. X equals minus 2.5. If there's any step of that you didn't understand, do contact me. Another one with fractions. Pause the screen, try and do it yourself before you just copy it down, and let me know if there's any step you didn't understand. One with brackets. 8p plus 2 equals 1 plus 3p. So multiplying the brackets out, 8 times p gives you 8p, 8 times 2 gives you 16. So 8 plus 16 equals 1 plus 3p. I've got p's both sides, so I want to take away the p as much as possible. So taking away 3p both sides leaves you with 5p plus 16 equals 1, and then the rest of the p's have gone. And then I've left you to finish that. So taking away 16 from both sides and dividing both sides by 5 are your next two steps. Try and finish that on your own.